Hey, what's up? It's your girl Twan the Mystic. Back, of course, with another collective reading. Hold that ass, okay? All right. So, I started thinking because I kept thinking because I record all of these usually on one day, and then I just post them on my computer, and then I say, Spirit, which one should I post? But then I drew a blank for a little while, and I kind of just put my head back, and I'm like, Spirit, what am I supposed to be doing? What should I do? What should I do? And I kept thinking that in my head, and then I see me actually typing out the post as if I was making a post for you guys, and it said, if you're confused, this is what Spirit said you should do next. And I was like, oh, is that the message? So I guess that's the message I have for y'all. This is Spirit telling y'all, if you're confused, this is what you need to do next. And then so I asked, so while I was thinking of that title, I'm like, okay, so Spirit, what am I supposed to do next, or what are the people that will be listening to this reading supposed to do next? And then I started hearing this song. She was a fairy. Yeah, she was a fairy. And I'm like, is this my random ass mind? But I'm like, okay, Spirit, what the hell does that mean? But that made me think of okay, so she says in the song she was a fairy, she was a baddie with a fatty or my daddy or something like that, she says. And it just made me think of fairies are magical. They just kind of prance around and they sprinkle their fairy dust on different things, and you know what I mean? And that just made me think that for a lot of you guys, the thing that you need to do next is to attune. I don't know, something about your frequency. There's a need to tweak your frequency, tune your frequency or something. Yeah, there's a need to tune your frequency, or it's something like that, because I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's like you've done the work as far as let's say you have a business or something. Let's say you have a business, right? You've been putting in hours. You've been putting in the hours. You've been working on your craft, you know what I mean? Or let's say you have a YouTube. You've been posting YouTube videos. Let's say you're looking for a job. You've been putting in them applications. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like what Spirit is saying you should do next is to get your frequency on point, because your frequency is what's kind of slowing things down for you and making you confused, because it's like you're doing the work. You're doing all the right things, but it's just that maybe you doubt yourself, or you doubt your dreams, or there's something that you're doubting. There's something that you're doubting, or you're scared about, or you're wondering is possible, or whatever. And that's why Spirit is like, now you need to switch your frequency to get you in alignment with this thing that you're trying to make happen. You know what I mean? And it's so funny because now my phone keeps lighting up as I'm saying this. My phone keeps lighting up, and I feel like it's because, that's the last step. That's the last step. You tuning in to the frequency of your desire. Because I feel like there's a bit of a mismatch. And then my phone keeps lighting up. Come on now. There's a bit of a mismatch here. And Spirit is like, yep, that's the last little step. And I feel like Spirit is also wanting to say, especially because I kept hearing that song, she was a fairy. Yeah. I feel like you need to realize that not only are you a physical being, you are a divine being. So it's not just about doing things on this physical plane. It's about doing the spiritual work as well. So if you've been feeling called to get back into praying, chanting, praying, chanting, what's another thing? Meditating. So, one of my favorite things is subliminal message meditations, chakra balancing, I don't know, yoga, I don't know, whatever you like to do to tune in, or with spirit or whatever. It's time to get back into it and to make it a daily habit, or even if it's not daily, like just try your best to make it like many times a week, or if you can do it multiple times a day or something like that. But I feel like spirit is wanting you to tune in because it's your frequency, and I feel like that's the last step. So if you've been feeling confused, you like, yo, what am I supposed to be doing next? What do I do next? This is what you do next, is get your frequency right. Okay, so let me pull a card. Yeah, look. Oh my. See, I love spirit. I love spirits, okay? Mind you, it's 12 a.m. right now, and I'm in here passionately yelling in my garage about how much I love spirit. Okay, we literally have heart fog, and it literally says mixed signals. Mixed signals. And this is what the hell I'm talking about with the frequency. The frequency. Okay? Your frequency is like, it's giving the universe mixed signals. Okay? So it's time to tune in. Spirit's wanting you to tune in. And I feel like maybe there's like a desire of yours that you want, and maybe you haven't seen it manifest just yet, or and you kind of just, maybe you doubt yourself, you doubt the manifestation, kind of like what I was saying earlier, and like you doubt it because you don't see it yet. So it's like giving the spirit, the universe, mixed signals, because one minute you're like, yeah, I think I can do this, and next minute you're like, nah, I don't think so. Then one minute you're like, yeah, then next minute you're like, I don't know. And spirit is wanting you to get that frequency right so that you stay in tune. Okay, and then you literally have this card that says hopeless, and it says sinking, despair, falling apart. And I feel like that's you, like the way how, like, if you could see the card, like her hands are tied. And I feel like some of you guys be feeling like your hands are tied, or you can't make things happen, or something's too big, or sometimes, like, I feel like you've seen success, or you've seen yourself manifest things that you've written down, that you've talked about, that you've that you wanted for yourself. You've seen some of it, but then you also like kind of get in your own way sometimes, where you're like, wait, is this real? I don't know. And that's what kind of like messes things up. Okay, and then we also have open heart, and it says receptive, empathy, vulnerable, and I feel like that spirit wanting you to open up to guidance from spirit, but open up as far as like what is possible for you. Because I feel like you be thinking that certain things are impossible sometimes, and I feel like spirit wants you to know that no. She was a fairy. Yup. She was a fairy. Yup. Oh gosh. And then all these cards just fell. Okay, what did they say? Look, and we have realizations, and it says epiphanies, understandings, awakenings. Yes, spirit is wanting you to awaken to your fairy energy, your magic energy, your I almost want to say sensei energy. Okay, you're a sensei. Yet look, we have cloudy judgment. Yet this is what I'm saying. Like you flip back and forth sometimes between like realizing who the fuck you are and then being like, oh no, I don't know. And then we have divine masculine here, and I feel like that's I mean, it's seeming like there's mostly women on here. I don't know, but whether you consider yourself a woman or not, whatever, this divine masculine energy is making me feel like you remembering who the fuck you are and feeling confident in yourself or whatever. And I feel like you be forgetting. You be forgetting, and spirit is like, no, no, no. We're not about to you're not about to do that. We need to get you need to get back on track. It's time to get back on track. And remember who you are and how much you've been able to manifest in your life, and remember your power. And then it's funny because the next card is beauty. And that definitely makes me think of what I literally just was saying with the song. She was a fairy. Yeah, yeah. Like, not only are you're beautiful physically, you're also beautiful, like your soul is beautiful, but then I also feel like you are you're a fairy. That's the best way to put it. You're a fairy, like you're magical as hell. And you know this about yourself. You've seen it. You've seen it. But you keep forgetting. And I feel like that's the last step. Remembering who the fuck you are. Okay? And we're going to go ahead and leave it right there. I hope you have a great rest of the day. And I'll talk to you again soon. Peace.